What's up, everyone? Um, it's about 8:30 here Saturday night on October 16th. Um, as you know, I'm a huge fan of the Halloween movies, and of course, yesterday Halloween Kills, the latest sequel to the Halloween franchise, came out. Um, I thought it was an awesome movie. um, the ending left me wondering where the series, or how they're gonna do or where it's leading to for the next installment, because there's another movie that's in the works for this new trilogy. That's a direct sequel to the original 1978 movie. Um, trying to, Basically, the whole point of this video, I want to give my impressions on the movie. I'm trying to avoid any spoilers, um, so if I hesitate, that's why I'm trying to figure out how to plan this. Basically, if you've seen the trailers on TV or commercials, you already know that at the end of the Halloween 2018 movie, they Laurie set her house on fire. Michael trapped in the basement, and then as they were being taken to the hospital, she and her daughter and granddaughter, um, they passed fire trucks that had gotten called. Apparently, a neighbor down the road or something had seen the fire, called the fire department. So as they're being taken to the hospital, fire department is heading toward the house to put out the fire. And of course, that's when firefighters accidentally fall into the basement, and as a result, Michael escapes. And of course, he comes out, and the fire department sees him, realizes who he is, and they try to attack him or to stop him. And he takes, of course, as you probably figured from the trailers, he takes out the whole fire department. There's a few characters that have come back in this movie from the original 1978 movie. You have Nancy Stevens reprising her role as Marion, who is the nurse with Dr. Loomis the night that Michael escaped on October 30th, 1978. You have the two kids that Laurie was babysitting. You have Tommy Wallace, who was played by Anthony Michael Hall. You have, or no, it was Tommy Doyle, who is played by Anthony Michael Hall. Then you have Kylie, or I don't know if it's Kyle or Kylie Richards, who played Lindsay Wallace, who's across the street, who was being babysat by Nancy Loomis, who was Sheriff Brackett's daughter, Annie. And then you have, it's not the same actor as the kid who played him in 1978, but it's Lonnie, one of the three bullies that had tormented Tommy in a 1978 movie, who was then dared later on in a movie to go up to the front door of the Myers house to go in. That was the scene where, of course, where Dr. Loomis is behind the hedges and tells him, "Lonnie, get your ass away from there." And the kids run off in a panic, and Loomis is standing there all grinning that he was able to play a prank on the kids. The other character there's that they brought back, which I am just amazed that they did it so well. I actually was doing a double take every time he appeared on screen, and that is there's some scenes where they flash back to 1978, the night that when this is after the ending of the original, where the police catch up with Michael and basically capture him. There is a basically where they catch up with him, the character they brought back was Dr. Loomis. Of course, obviously, it's not Donald Pleasance, but they did it so well. I had to do a double take because it really they did an amazing job at making it appear that Donald Pleasance was back on screen, um, which really brought back some nostalgia from the original movie, because Donald Pleasance was just he did such, even though like in parts 4, 5, and 6 he got a little crazy at times uh, with his obsession with Michael, but he Donald Pleasance will always be Dr. Loomis. There's no one else that can ever be him, but bringing that character back, I mean, it looked almost like he was back on the big screen. So, the movie is a lot more violent than any of the other Halloween sequels, I believe, in terms not only of the number of deaths, but just the amount of on-screen violence. So it's not something you want impressionable little kids watching. I mean, and there were some younger kids there, but uh, they were more like young teenagers, like that kind of thing, that were there with their parents. So kudos for those parents being there with their kids and watching it with them, not just sending them off to the theater to be on their own. But the it's kind of funny watching it with not in the theater with an audience, and this is something that you can't get at home. Was there were scenes where like in the previous movies, where you think Michael's dead, and they they shoot him or stab him or whatever, and he's laying there on the ground. And every time that happened in the theater I was at, there was about half a dozen people all around in the theater saying, "Don't stop! Don't stop! Keep going!" And so it's like yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, you don't stop, with Michael Myers or Jason or Freddy. You gotta keep going to make sure they're dead. But it was a good movie. It's the ending. It's kind of like the ending. I would say is kind of like if you're a fan of the original Star Wars trilogy. The original, or you had the original movie, and then like say in this trilogy, the 2018 would be the original Star Wars. The Halloween Kills would be like Empire Strikes Back, where it left you with a rather downer of an ending. Not sure how Halloween Ends, which is the next one that's going to be coming out, is going to be. It's going to look how that's going to turn out, but again, I'm trying not to spoil, who dies, who lives, and that sort of thing. But I thought they did an amazing job. I mean, the thing with Halloween 2018 and Halloween Kills, that I've mentioned this before about the previous, or the first two Halloweens, Halloween, Halloween 2 from 78 and 81. And they did also, I forgot to mention too, they brought back Charles Cyphers, who played Sheriff Brackett. I'm not sure if I mentioned that or not. Although in this case he's retired and but still living in Haddonfield. Anyways, but I mean the Halloween Kills. It's like Halloween, the original Halloween 2. It's a direct sequel taking place on the same night and everything, with the additional flashbacks in 1978. So yeah, the movie, it was quite a good movie, I thought. It's going to be interesting to see where it goes. Jamie Lee Curtis, she, well, I won't spoil that part, but But yeah, the feeling I was left with afterwards, I think, you know, I mentioned about, the small town atmosphere of Haddonfield and everything, and how they captured it in the first two movies, and then the 2018 and this movie. Um, I just, I don't know, I came home and did some work on the computer and laid down to take a nap, and I woke up, I just felt homesick almost. I don't know if it's the flashback scenes to the 1978 movie, or the 1978 scenes, or just that small town atmosphere that I kind of miss from my hometown, Bucyrus. Um, uh, it's just, which is kind of strange that a slasher flick would make me homesick for home, um, but anyways, that's my first impressions. Like I said, I'm trying to describe my views on the movie, but without spoiling the movie. Um, anyways, if you've seen the movie, feel free to comment below and let me know what you thought of it. We can discuss it there. So if you're watching this, obviously in the comments there might be spoilers, but I'm trying not to put any in this video in case you haven't seen it yet. So, anyways, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.